let's put that straight here to our Florida-Miami, our final recap here. We're just talking about how the offensive line has kind of been a disappointment for this season, which I do agree, but they're not being put in a position to have success. I mean, even if they're getting some better blocking, they're still zero threat from their pass game. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a Florida pass attack with this inept. I mean, Treon Harris still had a game where he went out against LSU and had actually a really good game in Death Valley. I mean, DJ Lagway, what was he, 12 of 23 or 26 for 61 yards? I think it was, or it was something close to that. I mean, it genuinely looked like an offense that should have go out there and run the spread and run the option. And you saw on our touchdown drive where we actually ran DJ Lagway, there was a little bit of success on those plays. I liked them.
Yeah.
And, you can say maybe you should go back to it and keep running that, and you probably should in a perfect world. But I also wonder how much of that is them not or Billy wanting to protect DJ. Because, we've seen his injury history. He might be injured now. I mean, they've said he's not, but, I guess we might figure out later on. But, yeah, I mean, if you want to give your offense the best chance of success, if your QB can't throw the football, go out there and make him run it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you say maybe they want to protect him. I don't want to sound callous in saying this, but protect him for what? You're 1-3, or you were heading toward 1-3 in the game. He's playing massively under expectations. This is the season. You have to turn this around right now. So I don't understand. Yeah, I think they ran that twice and it worked, but they ran it twice. So it's again, there's just no element of okay, this worked. Let's build on this thing that worked. There's no cohesiveness, no consistency. We've had and I was thinking, having this thought kind of today, this team is very kind of vintage bad Florida in the sense that you're just watching this incredible defense just get absolutely wasted by putrid offense. But even the bad offenses we've seen before, it never felt like there was just no ideas, no plan, no adjustment. This feels really like a new low.
Kenny, this is not happening, Kenny. If Billy is still the coach come that Texas game, Billy is calling play. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Does it even matter? The goal was if Billy makes the playoff, he's good.
Yeah.
Even after the USF lost, and he was mostly going after the Texas game. But if he went out there and beat Miami, and then beat Texas, we both said if we can beat Miami, then we both think we might or could even beat Texas, and then it's you're going to be ranked again, and you're playing with house money from there on. But now it's you have to win out to be in playoff discussions. It's just not happening. So I don't see why Billy would make that change right now.
No, that would remind me a lot of, do you remember when it was clear Mullen was on his way out, and with a week before he got fired, he fired John Hevesy, who had been worked under him for 20 years consecutively. That's what this move would feel like. It's okay, man, sorry, way too little too late on that one. That's kind of what Billy's here. He's made it to this point. I can't believe they haven't pressured him to make a change at OC, but it's
they have.
For it. Well, obviously they haven't too much because he hasn't done it. Real pressure is
some lies may have been said. I'll say some lies from one side. You could probably get what I'm saying here.
Yeah,
were said, and Billy beating Ole Miss and Miami, or Billy beating LSU and Ole Miss, kind of gave him some leverage.
Which is crazy. I'm in retrospect, winning one game against a 9-4 it was an 8-4 regular season LSU team and a good Ole Miss team in which you got extremely lucky in a lot of ways to finish 8-5. In retrospect, the amount of cachet that got him is ridiculous.
George, Billy obviously wants to buy out money. He's apparently quit mentally already. Otherwise, he wouldn't still be calling the same predictable offense week after week. Who wouldn't want the buyout money for one? Oh, I guess if you're saying he still wants to be the coach here, the amount of slander Billy gets, which, as a football coach in the SEC at the University of Florida, if you're not winning, you're going to get, and you probably deserve to get. That's how the world works here. But, I would make sense that he's kind of just mentally out of it, but it's also like if he's mentally out of it, why does he want to call plays?
I mean, I think it's an element of, I mean, I think calling plays for Billy, and like, I don't want to like read too much psychology into it or whatever, but like, I think calling plays for Billy has, look, I think he's had a chip on his shoulder since Dabo fired him, frankly. I think play calling for Billy has always been, I'm going to prove that I can do this at an elite level. So like, I think Billy having success as a play caller is like as important to him as him having success as a head coach, because that's like just so inextricably like tied to his coaching identity and how he views his career path. I mean, maybe I'm overthinking that one, but I really don't think I am. I think because I mean, you see all these coaches, Eli Drinkwitz, the most notable one that's getting a lot of play, that have given up play calling because there were issues and they weren't egotistical about it. But there's obviously something about calling plays for Billy that is different because he won't give it up.
I think I saw the stat, and in his first like 2 years, they were like 15 and 17, and then he gave up play calling, and now they're 30 and like 5 since then.
25 and 5, I believe, since
25 and 5.
Play calling.
Like obviously the talent and roster got better, and as he's built things up over time, but it's probably isn't 25 and 5. He was still calling plays for him.
Yeah, and I mean, very few coaches are. I mean, it's the irony is that the one that I'd say is probably the most likely name is one of the few that does in Lane Kiffin.
Lane doesn't call plays.
Wait, Lane doesn't call plays?
No,
I mean, it's like
Junior.
Oh, okay. But I mean, like Kiffin's got like a ton of influence with the scheme.
Oh, well, yeah, 100%. I mean, he has a ton of influence with the scheme just as much as, Russ Callaway does for us.
Yeah. No, I mean, okay, so that is actually interesting. I didn't know that. So that is interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's just something you don't see very often. And like, frankly, there's just nothing in Billy Napier's track record as a play caller that shows he should be doing that, because it's never been very good.
Yeah, I mean, besides the fact that he played winning football at Louisiana.
With just much more talented players than every other team he was playing.
Yeah. Someone was actually, one of the Gator Twitter accounts posted a drive from Louisiana, and it was exactly what you would see here.
I saw that. It's perfect. It's actually crazy how like how does your scheme not change when you get access to SEC talent and speed?
Yeah,
like
right here.
You don't have to moneyball it anymore. Yeah.
All of our championship teams won with speed. All the speed we have and not using it is ridiculous. I mean, yeah, that's right, Kenny. Like Percy Harvin, Demps, Rainey. Like we've had so much speed in the urban teams during the Spurrier years, and that's what won us a championship. And even Dan Mullen, I mean, we won a lot of games under Dan Mullen because of that speed. Just look at his receivers. Like Kyle Pitts was a 4.4 for a tight end. Like we had a lot of success because of speed that Dan Mullen had on the roster. And Billy Napier has brought speed here. I mean, Adam Mizell doesn't play a single snap. Like
what's the deal with that? Is he in the doghouse? Like, genuinely, what is the deal with that?
Because is he grounded?
Because like he's not grounded enough that he still gets 9 snaps against LSU. But we don't. Did he take a single snap last night?
Nope. Helmet was off the entire game.
Yeah, helmet was off. Yeah, like I mean, it's crazy to me. But you're throwing to TJ Abrams again. No offense intended to TJ Abrams. He could end up being a good player, but it's just it doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. It's a crazy mismanagement, misutilization of resources. It's so frustrating.
It is. I mean, it's just so frustrating, like you said, because how well the defense is now playing as well. I mean, and we're gonna recap in this game here, and as much as the offense played bad, the defense deserves its credit. They played a bend, don't break style of defense, and it was able to keep us in this game until there was 5 minutes left, and then Miami was able to, put it to rest. But yeah, I mean, it's just frustrating because you have all this talent, and going into the year, the question was, are we gonna spread out the ball more? Like I heard we were, and I mean, Dallas Wilson hasn't played yet. That's part of it. Mizell missed a game or something like that. And well, he obviously has missed a Miami game now too, but missed a game to start the season. And it's like, okay, maybe they're waiting until they play opponent. But it's now like, does it even matter if we spread it? Because Lagway can't get them the ball.
No, dude, the target spread, this prompted me to look. The target spread from last night is so funny. 6 to Hayden Hansen, 4 to Baugh, 4 to Trey, 2 to Sturdivant, 2 to Vernell, and then 1 to no more than 1 to anyone else.
Oh, something we did not mention last night. There was a play where we had a false start. Vernell Brown, it was just like a quick slip pass to Vernell Brown. If there isn't a false start there, Vernell Brown was going to get probably our biggest play of the game. I mean, he's 1-on-1 with a chance to go 40-plus yards.
Yeah.
Maybe take it to the house with his speed. So, of course, that's a big play that's taken back because of a false start there. So, that's something that continues to be a problem.
That's something. Why is he touching the ball twice on 2 targets? Like, he is, I mean, all the talk was Dallas Wilson. And I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't even know if you can expect to see Dallas Wilson this year at this point. I mean, we'll just have to see how that progresses. But I mean, Trey has been a sorry, not Trey. Vernell Brown has been a revelation this year. I mean, he looks really special. And the fact that, like, just get the ball in the hands of your best players, but there's no element of that. I mean, 12 runs with Baugh. Again, I get it. They had the run pretty swallowed up, but I mean, still 4 yards a carry. Jacoby Jackson.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Ball had like -2 yards at halftime as well.
Yeah. I mean, Jacoby Jackson, 5.6 yards a carry. Like, I mean, a lot of that was, I mean, granted, okay, that was on long of 27. I take it back for Jacoby Jackson a little bit, but I mean, like, I think there were more opportunities, and I just don't understand why Hayden Hansen is getting 6 targets and your best receiver is getting 2. Like, how? I don't get it.
Someone was pointing it out, and the issue may not even just be the system. It's the fact that we utilize tight ends so much, and we don't have good tight ends.
No.
Hayden Hansen and Tony Livingston should not be on the field as much as they are.
It's crazy. You build towards you spend your whole identity and your whole process of evaluation building toward 12 personnel, and you forget to get the good tight ends. It's insane.
Yeah. Kenpo Karate here. Word is Mizell missed curfew. I'll say, I know I'm not going to say it publicly, but I'm pretty sure you also heard a rumor. I didn't confirm with you if it was the same player, but I haven't heard that about Mizell. I heard about a different player who did start the game.
Yeah.
So if I remember before the season, David Waters from Gators Breakdown, he did an interview with Billy Napier, and he asked him about Aiden Mizell, and the way he talked about him kind of felt like it felt kind of weird. Like, he would ask him about the good stuff, and Billy would just kind of come back to, he needs to work on the small things to improve, which, kind of is Billy. Mm-hmm. But it just felt like, we've heard talk about a bunch of players, and say these guys have looked good and stuff like that. And with Mizell, kind of just talked about him in a weird way. It's hard to describe. You have to go listen to the interview from David Waters about Aiden with Billy Napier on Aiden Mizell. But, like, is there just something against Aiden Mizell? Like,
I mean, has he just been in the perpetual doghouse? Because, I mean, I know he's had injury problems at points throughout his career, but again, it's not keeping him from taking 9 snaps against LSU. It's just he's not staying in there, so I don't get it. Because he makes plays. Not only does he make plays, but I feel like he's the only one of these guys that I can really say I feel like DJ has kind of always had rapport with.
Yep.
And that's what makes it even crazier. Your quarterback's uncomfortable. Not only are you not dumbing down the concepts to create easy stuff for him, but you're not putting in the receiver that he has the most chemistry with. It's insane. I don't get it.
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense. And I've pointed this out, and Aiden Mizell is kind of, I feel like UF has treated him very poorly, or Billy's staff. And I hope it doesn't make us lose him, especially if we go and get Lane Kiffin to come be our coach here. I think Aiden Mizell would cook in a Lane Kiffin offense. I mean, all of our talent we have at receivers will cook, but like Aiden Mizell in particular, someone with his speed, like he's the player that's going to be wide open 20, 30 yards down the field that Lane Kiffin's throwing up the playbook for, even though he's not calling plays anymore. But he's the player that he's doing that for, and is going for leading the SEC in receiving yards, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if you bring Lane in and you can somehow manage to keep Mizell and Vernell and maybe even Dallas Wilson, who knows? If you could keep those guys, I mean, Lane is going to cook. Lane would cook. Lane would cook with this person. I think Lane would cook with this personnel grouping now.
Yeah.
Probably
Absolutely.
DJ Lagway included. I mean, do you not?
We're probably 3-1 or 4-0 if we.
I mean, am I
4-0 with
crazy
Lane
for
Kiffin.
saying that I think Lane could fix DJ pretty easily? Like, I don't think any coach looks at DJ and thinks
So
he's broken beyond repair. Any good offensive mind.
I, I'm not an expert on quarterback play or
Yeah.
injuries, and I know what I've heard about the injury stuff and whether or not he should have gotten surgery. That's like one of the few things I can't blame Billy for. I can't say too much here, but like the Lane's injuries things, like I'm sorry, not Lane's, Lagway's injuries, like that's something that Billy couldn't really control. I'm not saying like Lagway getting injured is something Billy can control, but his recovery. Now, I have heard stuff about our medical team being pretty poor, although that's also not necessarily with Lagway. But
yeah, well, I mean, I hate to like do this because I think football injuries can be a million different things and they don't always reflect on the staff or the training staff or whatever. But I mean, it's hard not to notice every week when you look at the availability reports how overwhelmingly it's more Florida guys than whoever they're playing. I mean, the injuries coming out of camp. I mean, again, you have like these things happen. Like, I'm not saying like they should never happen. It's just it seems to happen a lot. And it's not even like, hey, guy broke his leg in practice. Like that sucks, but that just happens. It's like these these like lingering, like soft tissue kind of things that just seem to keep guys out for indeterminate amounts of time. It's weird.
I want to get to this here. Mr. Bassman, who cares if the portal opens? You think the next coach will want any of these guys? Yes. I think any coach would dream to have this this roster here.
I mean, I don't think you use that as like a cudgel to not do anything. Like there's no one on this team. There's no one on this team that I think that is worth keeping Billy Napier over. So,
no. We're losing. We're 1-3. That doesn't. It obviously doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, so it's like, I mean, I think there are definitely guys that any incoming coach would want to keep here. But I mean, also, I'm sure if you hired someone like Lane or even like a Signetti, I'm sure they're going to come in and portal quite a few guys as well.
We should probably focus a bit more here on the Miami. I mean, Kenny, if DJ is hurt, don't play him. He looks embarrassed. He just looks robotic. And, I've heard things saying he's hurt. Billy and Lagway, they've said that he's fine. I mean, it's really weird to try to figure out what's going on here. Because it's like there's so much, someone's lying.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I just feel like the best solution here is just to be done with it. Get Billy out of here.
I mean, with all honesty, like, who knows? I mean, I know there's chatter about the injury stuff, whatever. I don't have any inside info, but like, I'm inclined to believe Billy and DJ because he doesn't look hurt to me. He looks broken, and there's a difference. I mean, again, it's I don't know, man. I'm sure you probably saw the video that's making the rounds, just kind of a compilation of his highlights from last year. Like, this is not the same player. This is not the same player, and I'm not even talking about physically. It's confidence. It's seeing the field. He is just. He's broken. And I don't, but it's not like, you can tell when a quarterback is like playing with through a shoulder injury that they shouldn't be. Like they're skipping rocks. Like they're leaving them short. They just have no control. Like a pitcher.
He's not throwing it deep this now.
No, but I think that's because he can't stop throwing into triple coverage. Because again, it's like he threw that triple coverage pick against LS, one of the three. He threw that triple coverage pick that was an overthrow on a deep ball. So I don't even know.
I want to get here. Gatorzilla here. Lane. Oh, wait. Nope. Wrong comment. Where is it? Where'd it go? Am I missing it here? Lane. Okay. Lane isn't leaving Ole Miss, which I got to. And then Lane would have left last year, but no. I know Paul Feinbaum said that, but like, you can't really trust too much. What Paul Feinbaum also said Arch Manning was going to be the best player since Tim Tebow. So there's other things you gotta look at here, but I think it's too early right now to say because we still have 2.5 months of football left here in the regular season to be played. So there's gonna be a long time before that gets there. But I think there's a decent chance Lane would come here. But back here to Florida, Miami.
No,
I do think this was kind of just like the antithesis of the Billy Napier tenure, where one side of football plays good, the other side plays bad. You get a little spark in that third, fourth quarter area, and then you actually get another spark, and you fall flat, and the other team puts the game to rest. You remember Florida LSU in 2023, where we actually took the lead in the third quarter, and then LSU went. I don't think did we even score again in that game? I mean, Jaden Daniels has like the 65-yard touchdown run or whatever it was later on, but I don't even know if we scored in the rest of that game after we took the lead in the third quarter. And we ended up losing by like 2 or 3 scores there. Like
it was like 52-35 or something crazy like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, we may have scored. I think we took the lead like 28-24 in the third quarter. So we may have scored one more time there, but it's like you get momentum on a tough environment at LSU, just like we were at Miami. I mean, that was a pretty good crowd there. It was a fun game to be at last night. But and I mean, we had all the momentum too in Miami. I remember when Cormani McLean got that pick. I mean, there was a good group of Florida fans around us, but all the Miami fans around us kind of sat back and they took that deep breath. You know, earlier before the show, we were talking about the Jags game and how when we had 3 straight drops and the interception, and it's just so frustrating, so annoying. It's like, I know I took a deep breath after I thought we were going to lose, honestly.
Oh, I totally thought we were going to lose.
Nico Collins ends up fumbling, so thank you, Nico. But shout out Nico for doing that. Yeah. But it's like take that deep breath, because look back for Miami fans. Mario has a history of losing games he shouldn't, and that would probably be like the second game that he shouldn't have lost. Obviously, behind the Georgia Tech one from a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is he just was running up against an even worse run operation. Yeah, I mean, it's like you're not even impressed with Miami. I don't think either of us were. Like, I don't walk away thinking that they're a great team. I think they're probably going to lose when they play Florida State in a couple weeks, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Sold on FSU yet? Either,
I'm not completely, but I just look at this game and I'm like, I think FSU's defense is good enough. And I'm like, FSU can probably score on these guys in a way that Florida couldn't. And that makes it interesting to me. But I mean, I think the bottom line is like, this was the quintessential Billy Napier football game. Your defense plays well enough. You keep it close, I guess. Maybe not quintessential Billy Napier for what it's like was his first couple years, but like what he wants it to be. Like, this is the kind of game Billy Napier wants to play. He just has a negative expected value offense right now. So there's not much you can do.
Yeah. Last thing I'll mention here in the Florida Miami game, Jaden Woods, he had his sack. He also on back-to-back plays, it was making rounds of him getting held.
Yeah.
He actually, the exact same type of holding where, his arm is wrapping around his neck happened on back-to-back plays.
Sorry, go ahead.
If our new coach can find a way to keep Jaden Woods here, I mean, I think he's going to be a very, very good player because, he's lining up against Francis Mauigoa.
Yeah.
Projected first-round pick, all ACC, all-American type of player.
Yeah, that's all I was going to say was those were like clearly the holds of the I just got beat and now I'm desperate to stop him from getting a sack variety. And he was doing that against some of the best tackles in the country. So that's really impressive to see. There's bright spots across the field. I mean, that's just what makes the fact that we're looking at 3-9 or 4-8 is ridiculous with all the potential bright spots. Cause I mean, looking at 2013 and 2017, which are really the only comparable seasons in recent memory, there were no such bright spots. 2013, The entire team was injured by October, and 2017, they just never got off the ground other than that Hail Mary against Tennessee. So it was there was never any this is something that's good. There's a lot of those things here. Florida shouldn't be 1-3 right now, staring down the barrel of 1-5, but here we are.